For this ceiling fan, it's not the case with having a long extension. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get back up there, and I'm gonna tighten those two side screws to make sure they're tight. I don't want to make the assumption that they are tight. Now those two screws keep the whole ceiling fan head from tilting from side to side. Okay. The two screws that I'm going to work on here that I showed you, I'm going to make sure those are tight. Because if one of them's loose, it could take this whole base and cock it a little bit, and then that could wobble, okay? So first I'm going to take my Phillips and just check it and hold that up there, and that feels tight, really tight. There's two screws here, and those feel tight, but I'm going to take my standard screwdriver and see if I just can't get just a hair tightness out of here. Maybe. We'll try it and see. Nope, that one's nice and tight. That's good. I'm liking that. I'm kind of at a funky position here. Yeah, that's tight too. Okay? And you know, on the base of that, there's some other screws. Sometimes there's no screws right there. And I can't really get to them. If I had a small screwdriver, I could check those. Okay? They look tight, and I think they're tight, but I can go the extra mile to try to find a small screwdriver or a tip to a drill and put that on there, and then take a little crescent wrench and check those. Okay? So once you do that, now I've got to check this, and I can see how this is moved. This should be it's on a knuckle and it swivels, so that this is supposed to swivel like that, but it's like this top thing is moving too, and it shouldn't be. Okay, now I'm just gonna kind of move this around and see how that comes out. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. There's some little grooves on it, and there's two set screws up here. Okay? That little thing kind of came down the same way. I just had to swivel it sideways about an eighth of an inch, quarter of an inch, and then it popped down off of two screw heads. So now those two screws, good Lord, I'm gonna have to get a little screwdriver. I'm gonna have to find a small screwdriver and loosen that up. Okay? And again, there's two screws, one on both sides. All I have to do is loosen a little bit, then I can take this top, swivel it, and it will drop off of the screw head. So that's what I've got to do next. Yes, because I believe that what is causing that to wobble is probably that knuckle is loose up there. Okay? So I'm going to go get a screwdriver, find something that I can loosen up those screws up there. Okay? Be right back. Okay, I guess I'll go the extra mile, come up here and show you the screws. See, there's a little screw there, and there's one on the other side, and it's has a raised end on it, even though it's tight, because then this backing plate has some little lines in it where you fit it up over the screw heads and then turn it, and it will stay up there. That's kind of slick. So on this, see, there's a big hole right there. I just loosened that screw up 1/8 of an inch or so, that's all, or 1/4 inch, and it'll be loose enough so that I can just take this base, this top base, slide it to the left, and it will come right over that. In fact, you know what? If I can't find a small screwdriver, I can use my pliers, can't I? I can use my pliers and just grab that screw. In fact, maybe I'm gonna do that, because I told you before, I've got 3 things with me, and I was hoping to fix this with 3 things. My crummy pliers, standard screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver. So I'm gonna take the pliers, okay? And I'm gonna go back up there and loosen those screws. Well, let's see if I can't get that. Because maybe you don't have a small little screwdriver. And if you don't, a short stubby screwdriver, you probably should get one, because there's more times than not, I find, when you don't have one, you need one. I've got a shorter one, not a really super short one at home, but I don't have it with me. Okay? So I'm gonna just try to grab that and unscrew it, because I only have to unscrew it a little bit, and then I can do it with my fingers. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's moving. Granted, it hasn't moved for 12 years. Okay, I can feel that one. Good Lord. I shouldn't really be over here like this. I can't really move my ladder, can I? Come on. I don't think I got it enough. I'm gonna try though. No? Oh, yeah, I think I got it. Okay, so I'm trying to just loosen it enough so it stays up there. I mean, granted, if it comes off, that's okay too. But then I have to catch it. So see, now I'm swiveling that. Kaboom. Down it comes. Look at that. Good grief, there's a lot of stuff going on up there. Man, oh man, oh man. And I was gonna... I was going to check the knuckle, because there's a certain way I can do that, but not with all those wires kind of shoved up there like that. I've got, it's all twisted around there, and it looks like the base, the whole top base, I think is loose from the ceiling. And that's not a good thing either. So, see, sometimes I found that I can get up there and twist the knuckle, because the knuckle's on this little notch up there, and I can slide that around and then slide it over far enough to find the screw on the knuckle and tighten up the knuckle, you know, and then put it back. But that's not checking the base, the entire base up there or anything. So you're going to get the full Monty, because I'm just going to show you, and then I've got to get up there after so you can kind of see this. Yeah, I've got to show you this whole thing. See, that's the knuckle, and it notches over here. You can't really see it because all these wires are in the way. I'm going to have to disconnect this dabbity nabbit. This whole thing, see, here's that deal up there. It slides through, and that's all wired up there. But when I move this whole thing, this base piece that's screwed up to the box is moving too, and that could make it click. Also, the knuckle has a screw in it. That could make it click. Okay, and it's going to be very difficult. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that unless I take it down. I'm going to have to take it down. So I'm going to have to undo all the wires. Boy, I had to wrap that up there nice and tight like that to get that to all cover. Good Lord. Okay, so I'm going to have to disconnect all that and look at the wires. You disconnect it. Whatever way you disconnect it, you put it back the same way. Very simple. And I've got to make sure that my light switch is off. Okay? Because I don't want any power going on there. I want that off because I've got the remote control on there. Had I forgotten about that, I'd get a nice little shock up there, wouldn't I? Okay?